shimmer side by side. Magic glows where realms collide. Good evening. I am your host, Peter, and I am glad to be back with another episode of Dual Realms. We are on day 4 of this series. We are on 4 muted microphones. I know. Why did I name it that? I don't know. I thought I was gonna have multiple co-hosts during this episode. Did it happen? No. But would it have happened if I said something? Probably. Like, I just I just had to be able to say something, Because now, yeah, I'm short on co-hosts, I'm short on guests, a solo show ain't gonna run here. A solo show won't do crap around here. Unless you're like Michael Jackson or something. But, yeah, welcome to day 4. One fourth, one third of the way. Which, it's that time of day, everyone. Singing time. Well, not singing time, but time for the rhythm. You got me? Alright. Let's see. On the 4th day of Christmas, this podcast gave to me 4 muted microphones, 3 complete seasons, two awesome co-hosts, and as I always say, a happy 12 days of realm, so one and all. And let's enter this episode. Um, a lot, actually, can happen in a matter of a day or two. You don't know. You just gotta pay attention. Um, but really, I think it just depends on who you are and what you think. Like, some people have their different opinions on things, and I'm not disagreeing with them. I'm just saying that it could be betterly handled. Like, there's a few people that need to get their to get their hay bales in line because half of them don't know what they're doing to peeve people off or something else. And I think, okay, what can I do? I'll just sit back in the shadows because no one cares. But you know what? I have viewers who care. Thank you for that. And actually, a lot with the co hosts and everything else happening. So that's kind of why I need guests and temporary co hosts and all this other stuff. It's as I said earlier, as I said in the beginning, being a solo show isn't as good as having a crew with you, like, or a duo, or a duet, or a trio. If you're Michael Jackson, a bunch of backup dancers, maybe a guitar if he's lucky, maybe you can make that out. Maybe. Well, actually, no. Michael Jackson was actually good by himself, but besides my point, I think everyone does have a chance to get through anywhere, because you can't just sit back in the shadows and just let people take your spot in anything you do, because it it takes a lot of courage to know that someone is there for you or someone actually cares to tell. Half the time you're sitting back there being like, let's see, who's gonna pick me to go up on the roster? No one. You sit back in the shadows thinking, is this for me? Probably not. But you know what? You want to try Anyway, trying is always going to get you somewhere. Alright? Trying always gets you somewhere. Not trying is basically saying, oh yeah, I got punched in the nuts. Yeah, I'm giving up. Yeah, no. No one no one should be giving up. Some people should. Some people think they should, and they shouldn't. They should be living up for their dreams, in my opinion. My co-host would say the exact same thing, and probably a few of my guests that I'm willing to bring to the show next time. But most of them are willing to say the opposite. Most you guys and everyone else thinks down on themselves. They should be looking up on themselves. As a high school basketball player, I have to look up to myself and be like, am I ready for this? Or do I have to try at least make it? You know what? It has to happen some way, because not trying is going to end up being like, what could I have done better to figure this all out? I have nothing else for this episode, really. Um, Besides something that I don't want to go into. So, thank you for listening to my short segment today. Um, Tomorrow, huge. I will have a huge episode queued and load up for tomorrow evening. Um, yeah, I will have that all set. I hope I have guests or co-hosts willing to help out, reach out. Thank you so much for tuning in to day 4 of the 12 days of realms. We're 1/3 in. I hope the last 8 days before Quidman. I'm sorry, I sounded weird. But anyway, I hope the next 8 days go well for y'all. I can't wait to make another episode. Thank you so much for your attention and watching this episode. I hope you like, subscribe, follow up on all socials. I hope we can get somewhere. Thank you so much for helping me out here. As always, have a good night and stay in paradise. And a ho ho ho.